Hey, my friends, it's your friend Kevin. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all of you. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're glad you're here. Let's get right to it. This is your divine inspiration message for today. Right, my friends, so this is a take two. I accidentally hit the mute button on the microphone here and it just cut off the sound. So we had to start again. All right, so we got a lot to get to. We are in a number 9 angel numerology day, which basically means what are you waiting for? Lift off, get out the doldrums. This brings the time to be creative, artistic, kind, caring, giving, self-sacrificing without any compromising to yourself. Remember, when we work for others, when we do our work, our light work, there's this idea that somehow we have to sacrifice ourselves. Well, not really, because if you can find work, voluntary work, spiritual work, work of joy, work of happiness, work of great wealth, and not just financial wealth, but great wealth to others, there is joy in it, and you are also feeding your soul. So this is what this is about. A 9 person is usually a humanitarian, very philosophical, probably has healing talents. Now it works with the tarot card of the Empress and the Hermit. The Empress obviously is Archangel Gabriel. And then we have Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, and we are Venus in Virgo. We are in the sign of Virgo. And thanks to our friend of the channel, Miss Joanna, Be Your Own Unicorn, she has come up with the starlit information, right? This is like a book. It's at 85 pages, so I'm not going to read all 85 pages. But each day in September, there is this daily affirmation, the daily vibe of the day, if you will. And so I'm going to be pulling from this because I find this to be fabulous. September 10th, 2024. Happy birthday to Vicky Loper, friend of the channel. She is the healing artist. Go to the healing artist on YouTube, check out her video. She talks all about going into the alpha brainwaves and what that feels like, what that looks like, and her videos are so relaxing, wonderful. All right, so our daily affirmation from our beautiful friend Joanna: I trust in divine timing and I find strength in patience. The astrological insight is the moon is in Sagittarius and it's square in Saturn. No, it's square Saturn in Pisces today, which it could bring sense of restriction or sense of delay. This energy encourages all of us to practice patience and trust in timing of what the universe wants. It's a good day to slow down, which is really counterintuitive to a number 9 day that says lift off. Okay, you can slow down the hubble bubble, toil and trouble of your mind, your worries, your anxieties, your oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, all of that, slow that down. But then find strength in the stillness to sort through what is it that I need. Sometimes the greatest growth comes from being a little bit patient. That doesn't mean to say sloppy or lazy or what is that? What's that word I'm looking for that I can't see? Oh, my mind is gone. Anyway, we'll move on. Procrastination, there's that word. The tarot pull for today is the Hangman in traditional tarot. It's known as the awakening in the angel tarot cards and anything that Radleigh Valentine puts out. Basically, it asks us to see things in a little different way. Surrender and be patient is what's needed to give us greater understanding of what the pathway is. Now, if you're into tarot, into oracle, or even into a regular set of playing cards, pull your own card. And when you pull your own card, you ask a question. What am I being asked to see from a different perspective today? It's just a question. Now, you can get a journal out, use patience, and trust the whatever meditation that you get. The challenge we get when we try to something new, and this is what maybe what liftoff means, is lift off into your own spiritual awakening, your own spiritual journey. Get strength from your own intuition, which is what we were talking about yesterday. Ask yourself what areas of your life require patience and trust, and how can you cultivate it? That is profound enough as it is. Let's get right to all of this stuff. Love and light is my vocation or vibration, and peace is my portion. I have wonderful work in a wonderful way. I give wonderful services for wonderful pay. This comes from Florence Scovel Shin. And I am an instrument of love and healing. This I know myself to be. These things land and anchor everything that we know ourselves to be. We have I'm courageous and I stand up for myself as our happier me card. Know your worth and don't allow others to make you feel any less than what you are. Their opinions are just their opinions. Now, this card isn't the first time I've popped this up. It's come up before. But what I want to say about it is this. Comparison is the thief of joy. You cannot compare yourself to other people. You can be inspired and motivated by what they're doing, particularly if it gives you a sense of, you know what, I'm going to follow your lead and thank you for giving me that epiphany. That's done. Honor all those who inspire you. The Lemurians are with us this week, and I love their energy, I have to say. They are the ones that activate our clairvoyant skills. There is a story in ancient times that their existence was obliterated and destroyed by the need for control of the masses. So they're asking us to get in touch with our psychic awareness, our sensitivities, and trust the intuition that's coming, which is why I really feel like this time of get going is about meditation. It's about going within so you don't go without. Understanding what your higher self is telling you. And when things are not working, when things are just not going in the right direction, you know, have you ever gone on to a brand new place you've never been before and you get this sense that you're going in the wrong direction? It's a sense. It's not the GPS. It's not the map. It's just this inner knowing. It's your higher being sending out the signal that, whoa, hang on, wait a minute. And if you don't pay attention, somehow, some way, shape or form, you'll be guided to get on the right direction. You'll get on the right path. Even if you're not listening, even if you don't meditate, even if you're not tuned in, your higher being is on track all the time. What you may get to, if you aren't listening and you're not listening to your intuition, is that feeling of being in a traffic circle and not knowing where the exit is. And going around and 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 think, oh my goodness, until you get to such a space where you're like, you know what, I can't deal with this anymore. And you have to stop. And you have to regroup. That's called frustration. When you reach those feelings of frustration that nothing you try, nothing you do, nothing that you're doing is working, the strength in that, the courage in that is to say, I really don't know what I'm doing and I need some help. That is when you get it, when the epiphanies come. All right. Now listen, I'm sorry that you can see my wood floor down over here. And this is a pole that holds up my camera. Well, I do have a camera that I bought. It wasn't cheap. It's this overhead thing. And you know, it pulses, it plops in and out, it goes here and there. It doesn't do what I expected it to do. But yesterday I thought, well, let me see if I can lift it up a little higher, because I had to take a photo, and I did. And all of a sudden it decided it liked where I was putting it. The challenge is it's not over far enough, so you get this view of the wood floor. But that's just me being a little obsessive. And then that sound you just heard, what's these two cards? I'll put them back in. Oh Lord, look at this. There's all these cards coming out. What are they all backwards, sideways? I didn't do a very good job of sorting that out. Okay, Gertrude, where are you? What are you doing? They're in a maze. Oh, okay, in the middle of the maze. Yep, they're in the middle of a maze. They've got a picnic table. It is a table, and they're serving tea in the middle of the maze. Oh, there's our card. The Four of Water. What does the Four of Water have to say to us today with all of this going on? Missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Well, it does kind of speak to frustration, and it does kind of speak to emotional stagnation. Frustration and emotional stagnation means we have to stand up and be counted and see what we are looking at and really move forward with a decision, with a direction. The challenge is many of us are being pushed and pulled by society's lack of focus, lack of vision, lack of whatever. Now, it's not ours. It's the energy, the general energy of being confused, of being, I just don't really know. Now, many of us that have lived in the spiritual realm that do this every day, that pick up our tarot cards, our oracle cards, and listen to inspirational messages, are doing it to balance out the static that's being shoved in our faces by media all over the world, not just here. I mean, it doesn't matter where you are. Everybody's looking for a clear path. They're looking for a direction, and there isn't one because we're the ones that are actually forging our new pathway forward. We're the ones that are working with, okay, be what you want to be, do what you want to do, say who you want to say, what you want to say. It's freedom. It's not necessarily rules. You do have to have some rules. In my viewpoint, the rules are rules of truth, truth in your heart, truth in your soul, love, because that's the only thing to me that's real, integrity, working with integrity, respect, not just for yourself, but for other people, worthiness, I'm worth it, I deserve it, you're worth it, you deserve it, we are worth it, and we deserve it in that respect. And everybody's one. Everybody's equal. What you have that's extra, you share with other people. All of it. Your time, your patience, your love, your this, your that, all of it. So now this Four of Water is an emotional, it's a cup card. And it may be a feeling that you're missing opportunities. It may be a feeling of being discontent or bored. So this is a little bit of a wake-up call. The things are not as gloomy and as bad as what you think they are. It's an emotional feeling. It doesn't have to be real. It could just be, I want to do something. I want to change something. Now, if we look at our friend's strength card that she pulled, the Hangman or the Awakening, I will say this, and Gertrude and Beatrice are in the middle of this maze. What's interesting about the maze that they're in, and it's interesting, I'm looking down upon these two spirits or energies. They're in the middle. It's circular. So it's not your traditional square where there's corners and it's a circle. And to me, if I'm looking at it above from a bird's eye view, I get this impression that it's a bit like a labyrinth. So if you're finding yourself confused and you're not really sure which way and which direction, and that's me, it's been me this week, close yourself down. And this bit about being in the middle of the labyrinth, get centered. So the labyrinth, the center of this labyrinth is your heart space, is your love space, is your joy space. And this understanding of missing opportunities, you're not missing anything. Anything that is for your highest good will not pass you by. Your higher being, your guides, your angels, the ancestors, the ones that you're still here, you actually represent them. The ones who left their life and ascended back home are on the other side of that veil, cheering you on and saying, we're proud of you and we're bringing you what you need in a spiritual way. You can't do anything physically. That's up to you and me to physically change, to physically move. But we can't do it while we're bashing people over the head with our opinions and our thoughts and our ideas and really the judgment. So get into the middle of your labyrinth. Find that spark of love and that spark of contentment and that spark of, even if that's what you've got to do, change your way of thinking. Maybe the move forward, the lift off, the number 9 card, the lack of procrastination is to do that shifting. You see what I'm saying? The confusion, the frustration is your green light to move in a different direction. Now, I know some of you are like, well, then what direction? Where am I getting my sign from? You are the sign. You know, think about it. If you've reached a T-junction, you don't know whether you go left or right. If you sit there for too long, the cars up behind you are going to be honking their horns. Actually, no, they're going to find a way around you. And that's the point I'm making. Keep moving forward. Turn left. And then think, oh, this is maybe the wrong direction. Quickly turn around and go in the other direction. There cannot be in your mind, your heart, and your being any wrong turn. Because eventually you'll lead to where you're meant to go. And I'm hoping that makes sense. Stand up for yourself. Follow your inner lion. Get in touch with what your intuition says. Team up with the energy of the Lemurians. Open up your third eye center. Remove anything that is not serving your higher purpose. You may have had something that you've had for 25, 30, 40 years. If you don't need it, donate it or discard it or dump it. Simple. All right, my friends, that's it. Until tomorrow, big love. I got an announcement coming up about what's coming up on Friday. My look in a different, what is it called? I'll get to that as a preview. And on Saturday, I'm joining my good friend John Mothershead in Angel 365 Party, 2 sassy psychics who are going to bring you readings. It's like, I call it church with paint. All right. See you tomorrow. Big love. Bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.